Good evening, folks. It's Saturday night, 6 March. I just recently got into doing 3D printing. I'm a taxidermist and I invent stuff like the hunting fish, pan for gold, stuff like that, like pretty women. So I bought me a Arnett 3D printer and I wasn't really too happy with it, but I ordered me an IIP printer, the one that was already put together instead of me trying to put it together myself. Because evidently I did something wrong with the Arnett. I had to even drill holes and re-level it and all kinds of stuff. I wouldn't buy one of them things if I was you. But anyway, I like this little IIP printer. I had a little luck with it. And I've been watching about bed adhesion and all that and putting tape on it, which I did that and it worked pretty good, but it'd be working and it would come on stuck. And I come up with a new idea with the tape, of course. I mean, the glue stick's fine if that's what you got, but I'm way out here in the country. I just can't really get a glue stick anytime I want. And I'm going to show y'all what I've decided to do with it. So let me turn this towards the printer. And what I've done, I'm putting spray glue on the 3D printer bed. And then I'm doing the tape, but I'm doing something different. Let me show y'all what I'm doing. Of course, I got to hold some paper up here where I won't get. Excuse me a second. Let me get some paper. Uh, so I take the paper and hold it here because I don't want to get my 3D printer all stuck up with a bunch of spray glue. So I put a coat, just a light coat, on the bed. Now here's my trick. What I'm doing now is to take the glue, if y'all can see, let me do this. I take the glue, I take the blue tape, and believe it or not, I put a coat of this Permatex spray tack on the outside of the glue here, of the tape. So now I'm going to take this tape and put it on the bed upside down with the sticky side up. I have a knife blade. Let me grab my knife, guys. So I take the knife, I put it here, cut that. Of course, I put it over here too. Then I do it again. I spray the outside of the glue, of the blue tape with a spray tack. Now, custom painting, I do custom painting too. I've painted country singers' buses and I've done a lot of work for country singers back in the old days. Painted signs, Cummings Incorporated. Sprayed and painted a lot of decks when I was in the Navy on the Riscony. We all did. Keep us busy. So you take that, then I cut it. Now I've got my bed adjusted pretty good to the A4 stationary, so I'm really not messing with the bed much. Okay, here we go. Another low roll. Straight outside the straight tack. Yeah, auto zone or anywhere. And then get a tack up from there on it. Okay. And then I take it and do this again. One more time with a little bed. So if you're still adjusting on your hotbed, you can cut your little screw holes out, or you can still adjust it if you need to while it's running. So So it's upside down on here on the hotbed, and I've got it's tacky already. But still, where most of my printing is going to be done, I hit with just a little light coat of this on top of it. I found out it works pretty good this way. So now I'm going to turn the printer on. This is my first 3D print ever in my whole life right here. And then I made some of these, and I put one on my, excuse me, I put one on my mailbox out by the road. Later on I'm going to do a lion head, but these are pretty neat little cats here. And you can see them. I've got a lighting problem here too, but so last night I printed up a black one, and I do little gold prospecting, and I took a couple pieces of my gold and put them in, and put the gold in the eyes to the cat. It's real gold, 24 karat gold in those eyes. I don't know if you can see them, but so here I'm going to turn her on. I've learned another trick or two. Turn this baby on. So we'll go to home. Well, the reason I bought that Arnett 3D printer and the kit to put it together, because I figured if I want to learn 3D printing, I need to learn how to put one together and then be about it. Which I went through the motions once and it quit, but I accidentally hit the lead on the card come with it, on the SIM card. And hope y'all like that music, country music. I like country music. I've done work for Fair and Young. I've had a lot of famous people come in my shop. I used to have a Corvette shop on 4th Avenue South in Nashville. The shop in Old Hickory, and I just kind of give it up. But I mean, there was always did a lot of work for the country people. Painted their buses, painted their cars. Eddie Ravens did his bus, and worked on Mel McDaniels, Roy Millsaps. Painted Bill Anderson's old bus when George Jones bought it. Good old days. Met a lot of nice people around Nashville. Darren Young, he brought Roy Rogers in my shop one time. That was a trip. So now I'm going to heat her up. Let's see. Back. So I'm running around 210. It seems like this looks pretty good. I had this transparent filament that I wanted crystal clear, so I took it out and I put the black to melt down because the black absorbs heat. So I'm setting this to 215, 25, 210, 215. Hope y'all enjoying the country music. I'm just going to 60 on the bed. It's as high as this little printer. I'll get more printers. I'm planning on keeping this hobby. It's a lot of fun panning for gold too, and stuff like that. I buy it from different people. But I'll show you while this thing's heating up. That's some fish I caught down in the creek and mounted. I did on taxidermy work. I've been doing it for years. Also, in the early 70s, I wrestled Victor the Bear 3 different times. That was a trip. That was a lot of fun. I think he can tell you who won. He did. So I keep me a glue gun handy. I don't go away from this printer. I learned the other night, went to sleep when I smelled something. I keep this little glue gun handy. And if it does start coming loose on the bed, I shoot a little glue on each side of it. And that works real good because this is the same kind of material that the 3D printing stuff is made out of in the glue gun. But I got to get one. I haven't plugged it in until it starts flipping around. So we're already up to 210. This one heats up slower than the extruder. No, it really heats up quick. So I was trying to find Taylor Swift. I couldn't find her on their nice YouTube channel. Sometimes you get the music you want, some you don't. But she's okay. She's Bonnie something around. Bonnie Tyler. I guess she's new. I hadn't really heard of her too much. But she's all right. So here we get ready. 39. Kind of heating up slow. So I melted me some gold today and I poured it in the mold. It came out in the ball. I was trying to make a little coin that came out in the ball and I took it and melted it again. I couldn't get it to get to the ball. So I got this little torch. I'm going to have to go over to the old shop and get the big welder, bring it over here, big oxygen tank and acetylene. The regular torch. You really get gold hot, you're going to mold it and get it. But still, I'm just going to hold on to it. I'm not selling it for the future. If I die, my kids can have what I got. Which, you know, got cancer, so I think I might have antibodies to fight it off. I had surgery a couple of years ago, and I was supposed to have it last year, and the doggone COVID knocked it out. It's like my brother was supposed to have some kind of heart procedure, and a lot of people are going to die just because they couldn't get to the doctor to get their regular operations done. So, I'm going to crank her up soon here. So I don't know what y'all have any suggestions. I'm going to try to find some more printers, something I can get. I'm not no rich guy. I got to get what I can afford. And I got this is a really good deal. I think it was $245 put together, and I mean I put it in. I had the directions and everything with it. And I guess to earn that, I might have to get another motherboard for it. There's something wrong with it. I heard a lot of people have problems with them, so I'm not. I think it's good to get something like that and then learn how to fix it. That way, you know all about 3D printers. But then you get done, you know a lot. Hopefully. All right, kids, here we go. I'm gonna get this thing going. I'm gonna do the cat again. All right, I'll do the cat. That's all I got so far. I got to get my Wi-Fi working where I can use my cell phone and get some stuff off Fox. So she should start up. Let me try to find this with better music. If I get a little bit better music there. Yeah, I get a better music. She had a good voice. She didn't have a tune. Well, what's dynamite? Yep, here she goes now. What I do, just put my little glue gun in. I'll show you what I do. Here we go. So I'm heating my glue gun up. I'm gonna hit the edges of this a little bit where it won't get knocked off. When it gets up, you start getting up the head, getting near the ears. It's got a tendency to push the bunny that way, the cat that way a little bit. And the other night I fell asleep and I smelt something and I got out here and evidently it shut itself off and the table came out, but I very well could have had a fire if I didn't wake up. So I got a little problem right there popping up. Get my grab that out of there. There, it kept me from having a problem there because I got stuck to the head. Now I took when it's cooling off the other day, I took paste wax and rubbed it on the outside of the metal on the extruder and all that, and then it smoked a little and then it wiped it off. It helps keep the filament from sticking to the extruder. You got to be real careful of that because you get too much wax on it, it could cause problems. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead right here and put just a little of this glue gun glue here. It's not going to hurt nothing, because that's the base and tear it off anyway. Okay, and we'll do it on the other side, and that'll help hold it down better too. You've got to have it running slow. You can't do it with your speed turned up. Wait till it goes to the other side there. And this comes up, it's just as easy. It'll come right up with your print when you get done. This is just plain old Gorilla Glue glue gun. So it's kind of the similar same stuff. And I just hit the edge of where it sticks to the plate. That's it. I'll take it and plug this now. And then I'll sit here. I'm not going nowhere. So let's fast forward, because it's going to be a while before it's done. So it's holding down good. You know, if you're going to have trouble if it's not sticking to the bed, you're going to know it by now. It's going to be coming loose and going around here, there, and everywhere. Oh man, that's looking good. It's printing good. Yeah, I like that. We'll fix it where it fast forwards, you know. Once I get done, we'll figure all that out when I edit it. Hey y'all, is that music better, y'all? Nah. Single now, I'm looking for me a new woman. If I can find one close enough my age. I like to work out, swim, hunt, fish, horses. I love horses. Take care of cattle as I live, and I'm a cowboy. Paint body, custom paint and signs, taxidermy work. I used to do upholstery. So I'm a jack of all trades, y'all. I love to hear these little things. Sound like a space, something from outer space. Y'all remember when them police cars went from the old sirens, you know, they go, I woke up one night and I heard that. I thought, oh my God, the Martians has landed. We knocked out and seen it was a police car. And it had blue lights flashing. We used to have red lights on our police cars. I used to be a policeman too. Anyway, that was more like Jackie Gleason in the movie Good Cop. He sure had some pranks pulled on him. Some women one night, I come around the curve and they had a truck backed up to the apartment. And they were good looking. One of them was swinging her rear end back and forth. And she said, "Officer, could you help me put this couch on this truck?" And so, yes, ma'am, I sure will. And I and the other cop, we helped load her truck up, the whole apartment full. And then we told them good luck, and we didn't get their names. And then we got a call on the apartment had robbed. Boy, we was in trouble. The mayor is a small town, you know. The mayor, Lakewood, Tennessee, the mayor, he got a good laugh out of it and chewed us out, but we didn't lose our jobs. But that was a lesson learned. Well, I'll come back with part 2, Golf Innovations, Taxidermy, and show you what this turns out like when it gets near the end. So everybody have a good night, and you can watch for Golf Innovations and Taxidermy Part 2, 3D and printing. Later Gators. Roger Wilco over and out.